Thank you all for being here today. When we started planning this year's, be safe. When we started planning this year's National Night Out, the theme from the very get-go was 999 Officer Down. In the Pollock Pines tradition, that means any protector that takes care of any of us. That means our Sheriff's Department, it means our CHP, it means our El Dorado County Fire Department, it means CAL FIRE, it means Search and Rescue, our CERT team, any of our first responders. When we say 999 Officer Down, we mean anybody who's out there trying to take better care of us. Sadly, we have a fallen. Our hero, Donald Ray Smith, perished in the car fire on 7/26/18. We right now today have 14,000 men and women in California out fighting forest fires, wildfires. 16 of them to be exact, unless another one started today, and we never know when that's going to happen. So today, we take the time to honor and memorialize, Donald Ray Smith. We thank all of you who came to honor his memory. I want you to know that we have representation today from Congressman McClintock's office. We have Senator Ted Gaines here today. We have our sheriff, our own wonderful sheriff, John DeAugustini, here today, and they have presentations that they would like to make in just a few minutes. To the family, our hearts go out to you, and we hope that today will have just an indelible mark on the community of Pollock Pines that loves and honors what your tragedy has been. So with that, my dear Boy Scout troop, thank you so much for being timely, more than me. And so if you would go ahead and start our proceedings for the day.
Troop 170 and Pack 104 are going to start us in the Pledge of Allegiance. So if you could, please join us. Cub Scouts, at attention and salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Duke.
And now as
oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, all the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave, and the land my hero, Uncle Don Smith, who was not only in my life for 11 years, but who was a really loving person in my life.
If you look behind you, isn't that the bulldozer? Not the, but that's what Mr. Rob Don was driving, a similar bulldozer by CAL FIRE, and I know he's wanting to come on in, but we're going to have to do something about that. Maybe you guys down at the end can manage to bring CAL FIRE in. At this point in time, I want to bring Senator Ted Gaines up, please. Are you here, Senator Gaines? Here he is.
Thank you, Jeannie. It's an honor to be here today to recognize Don Smith and the hero that he is, an individual that stepped up in harm's way. And I've had a chance to look at the devastation of the car fire. And I went out with a number of firefighters with CAL FIRE. And he was right in the line of fire, I believe. They're still doing an investigation. But what it appeared in terms of what happened to him is that there was a fire-like tornado. And some of the information is coming up. They say it's like a class 3, which is over 143 miles an hour. And they think that the winds were in excess of 150 with that fire whirl or tornado-like effect. And you could see the track that it was taking. And Don was in that line, it appears, along with the firefighter from Reading, whose truck was thrown 150 feet and landed on its roof. And so it was devastating. And Don was right in the middle of that. And our hearts and prayers go out to the family for what he was willing to do. And I think it's indicative of someone from Pollock Pines that the man was independent and he was hardworking. Here he was on a dozer, John Deere is what I was told, 700D, 700H, thank you. At age 81, and he's cutting fire lines in what looks like one of the most devastating fires in California history. 150,000 acres burned. It's still not contained. 6 lives were lost. And so I just want to take this opportunity to lift up Don Smith and the hero that he was. And I'm so proud to represent the 1st Senate District because we have a heck of a lot of heroes in this community. And they step up and they serve. And many of them have lost their lives, whether it's fighting for our freedom in war, or whether it's as a CHP officer or a police officer or a firefighter like Don was. And Don volunteered for this. And he loved doing it, is what the family had told me. And so for someone to step up like that, I just want to lift him up and right in the line of danger. I've got a brother-in-law who's a mechanic for CAL FIRE, but he's not in the line of fire. Don Smith was in the line of fire, and he made the ultimate sacrifice. So God bless Don, God bless his family, and if there's anything that I can do to help out, please let me know. And we would love to memorialize him. I had an opportunity to speak about him on the Senate floor yesterday, but if there's another means of memorializing him, please let me know. So thank you and take care, and thank you for the opportunity to speak.
Thank you so much for being here, Senator. It helps to know what some of the background is on those kinds of incidences that you and I don't have a chance to get out and be a part of. And you know, the fact that this gentleman was 82, right? He was 82 years old and out there volunteering to take care of us, in essence, to take care of us. So, gentlemen, if you would like to close the colors, we will honor that.
Cub Scouts, Boy Scouts, turn, face, forward march.
A hero is someone who has given his life to something bigger than oneself. The quiet and humble hero amongst us, Donald Ray Smith, Pollock Pines, honors you, sir. Will a family member please come and get this certificate? Family member? And there is a little bit more to come. May I give you a hug? And now we will be blessed with a musical tribute to Mr. Smith and some of the other folks that are either out there fighting now or have also lost their lives. Mr. Rowley?
We're so grateful to Don and his sacrifice, and for all of our first responders who have paid the ultimate price that we can stand here and be safe and be free. We're so grateful. And this song is dedicated to them.
Day is dawn on the sun. From the lake, from the hills, from the sky, all is well, safely rest. God is nigh. Fading light dims the sight, and the star gems the sky, gleaming bright. From afar, drawing nigh, falls the night.
We're also here today to thank and to honor our first responders who are currently serving us and putting their lives on the line every day. And we're so grateful to you. There really aren't words that can tell you all how much we appreciate the sacrifice you make. You are truly our heroes. So thank you very much.
It must have been cold there in my shadow to never have sunlight on your face. You were content to let me shine, that's your way. You always walked a step behind. It might have appeared to go unnoticed, but I've got it all here in my heart. I want you to know I know the truth. Of course I know it. I would be nothing without you. Did you ever know that you're my hero? And everything I would like to be.
I can fly higher than an eagle. 'Cause you are the wind beneath my wings. Did I ever tell you you're my hero? You're everything, everything I wished I could be. Oh, and I can fly higher than an eagle. You are the wind beneath my wings. You are the wind beneath my
Mr. and Mrs. Bob Raleigh from our community, just more of the community love spilling out for Don Ray Smith. Sheriff DeAugustini, are you still here? Our wonderful Sheriff, you hear me? You've got a good voice.
I'm not singing. First of all, thank you all for being here. In El Dorado County, we have a great community that supports our first responders, our fire, our CHP, our deputies, our police officers. And then when I look around and I see especially Don's family, there's a couple things that come to mind that make El Dorado County such a great place. Such a great place. And some of you may have heard this term before, rugged individualism. Some of the heads are nodding. That's what we're about. That's what El Dorado County's about. And I'm sure, by looking at the family and talking with the family and some old friends, that's what Don was about. That's better? Now it's working.
Now it's not.
Now it's working again. But that means that's what works. That's what a strong community is all about. And that's why I believe we have so much support, and we work so hard, all of us, to keep that support. For Don's family, you know, I'm very, very sorry for your sacrifice. Us in the business, in the first responder business, and I'm sure he would have said the same thing, this is what we do. We just do it. We don't think about it. We just do it. Whether it's a firefighter responding to a call, or a deputy sheriff responding to an emergency, or just serving. That's what we do. Thank you, Frank. That's what we do. And we really don't think about the sacrifices, but I know it's the families that really suffer, because we can see that. And it's tough on the families. So, folks, I don't have anything to offer other than our prayers, my condolences, and I have a challenge coin for the family from our El Dorado County Sheriff's Office that is symbolic of our vision statement of our community and our country. Thank you.
And I do believe that the sheriff speaks for all of us. The family has certainly lost heart and soul, but all of us in this community feel that loss. Brian Malisi from Congressman McClintock's office, and if I could have a representative or all of the family members to come forward.
On behalf of Congressman Tom McClintock's office, I have a flag here that was flown over the Capitol in memory of Don Smith. It was flown over Washington, D.C. as the Capitol on July 31st, and I would like to present this flag to the family.
ask you to do at this point is to remember the family and our community and all of these agencies that you see around you today as these days go on. That's what gives this man's life meaning. We have to keep that in mind. So to El Dorado County Fire, to EDSO, to CAL FIRE, California can you tell what my background is? California Highway Patrol. We even have the Air Force here today, our own CERT team, and our National Forest people. All of you are out there putting your lives on the line for us. We love you, and go forth and be safe. And that concludes this portion of National Night Out. The rest of the time is to be spent getting to know these people that are there for you, and then to have fun. Kids, there's lots of good stuff in the back for you, lots of prizes, free hot dogs over to my right. We will bring out the cake in a little bit of time. There's a bounce house. And oh yes, don't forget the dunk tank. Good night and have a good time for the rest of this event.